Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So for today's video, I thought I would do a little countdown mini series for the 5 Seconds of Summer concert that I'm going to be going to in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. So for these 2 weeks, we are going to be doing an inspired makeup look from all of their 5 albums. So we're going to start with their first album. I'm going to put a picture of it right here. This is their, like I said, their very first album. I'm going to start with the eyes. So I'm going to take my Jafra Royal Hydrating Radiance Primer. I love this primer. This one is one of my favorites. To use a face primer for my eye primer as well. And then what I like to do is I'm going to take my concealer we're going to be using. I'm going to conceal the eyes after going in with primer. So this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this on the lids. I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk small fluffy brush to blend this in. Now I'm going to set the eyes. I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Original Foundation in Fairly Light. I'm running out of this powder foundation. I love this powder foundation. I'm going to set the eyes with this. First one I'm going to use is the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. We are going to go right into the shade Crease. I'm going to take the brush Morphe and Ariel. This is the A11. I'm going to take the shade and apply this to the crease. I definitely want this to kind of be really gray and kind of smoky because there is a lot of gray and blue in this look. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I want to really, really blend this shade as well. Okay, once we have this base shade down, I'm actually going to take a clean blending brush just to kind of blend the edges of the shade and go back in and kind of deepen it up if I need to. Now we're going to go into the second eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to go into the Colourpop and Naruto eyeshadow palette. We are going to use the color, Hidden Mist Village because there is a little bit of blue in this, in the album poster. Okay, I'm going to take my Morphe and Ariel brush number A20, and I actually have some shadow on it from the previous makeup look that I did, so I'm going to take my Sigma Switch here, just kind of clean off the shadow. I recently got this, and this is like my favorite thing to use going in between shadows. It's amazing, and I actually do use this when I want to clean my brushes too. Now we're going to take the Hidden Mist Village shade. I'm going to tap off the excess. We are going to apply this to the outer part of the eye and slightly in the crease. Do the same thing to the other eye. I like to go along the lash line first and then kind of blend it up towards the crease. Okay, we can do some cleanup later on the edges. And I am going to take that same blending brush that we used and just lightly blend where the two colors meet. Okay, I wasn't going to do this for the original look, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to take Copy Ninja, which is this lighter blue shade. There is different shades of blue. So I'm going to use this shade. I'm going to apply that on the lid. I'm going to take the same blending brush. Okay, I'm quickly going to clean up the edges and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I just applied some eyeliner and did my mascara. Now we're going to go into the face. So I'm going to use the same primer that we used to prime the eyes. I'm actually going to use my fingers to apply it. I was going to use a brush, but I sometimes just like to use my fingers. So let's do foundation. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. This shade is in the shade 110. I'm going to use a brush to apply it. So I'm going to use the Morphe and Ariel brush number A24. I'm going to drop a small amount of this foundation on the brush and then start applying this. It's like one of my favorite foundations. I love using it for an everyday makeup look. It's so good. Okay, now let's do some concealer. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. just on the under eye area first. And I'm going to blend that in with my Inisa Beauty Angled Concealer Brush. This contouring wand, this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow wand. I got the shade in the shade Fairlight. I'm just going to contour the face. Because that's too much. I'm still getting used to the squeezy tube of this. It's not my favorite, but I'm making it work. I'm gonna contour the nose. Blending in the contour. I love to use a brush like this. This is the Morphine Ariel brush number A58. Go directly into highlighting. So I'm going to take my ColourPop creamy concealer, I think this was, in the shade Fair. And I like to use my Inisa Beauty Angled Concealer Brush for this to blend in the highlight areas. No, and I forgot to do a nose highlight. Okay, so there's a little bit of blemishes that I want to cover up before I get into the cream blush. I'm going to take the foundation that we used. I'm going to drop a little bit of that on the back of my hand, then take my concealer, mix it in with the foundation. Okay, now we can go into my cream blush. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush in Lisa. I don't know. I'm going to take a shiny brush from the 32 brush set. This is the brush number 29. Apply this right on the apple of the cheek. Okay, now we're going to do, I'm just going to set the face. So first I'm going to set the under eye area. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder to actually use this side of the Beauty Wonder Puff. I'm also going to set the T-zone with this. Let's go in with powder bronzer. I'm going to take the ColourPop matte bronzer in Villa Beach and apply this to the cheeks. I'm going to actually leave the blush at that. I'm not going to add a powder blush. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to take my Morphine Ariel brush number A22 to just set the blush area. And then I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. I'm going to take the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Flex Aquarian, apply this to the high points of the face. Alright, so quickly off camera, I'm going to apply my lashes. Okay, now we're going to apply the NYX lip liner in Nude Beige. Then I'm going to apply the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Matte Lipstick in Child Star. This is like almost out. This is like my favorite color. And I don't think they sell this shade anymore, so it's so annoying. Then for a gloss, I'm actually going to use a lip oil. I'm going to take the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil in Chakra from the Naruto collection. And then last step, I'm going to set the face using the ColourPop No Filter Setting Mist. Now it's time for the Bible verse of the day. I'm going to go to my Bible app here. Okay, this one is Ephesians 3:16. That according to the riches of his glory, he may grant you to be strengthened with power through his Spirit in your inner being. That was Ephesians 3:16. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video and see you guys in the next one. Bye!